Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Awkward Frickin' Tension podcast. It's been almost a month since our last episode. You know, I kind of just decided to take the winter break off, relax, get back to my roots. But now we're back. We're making the Awkward Tension podcast great again, and yeah, it's really important to me. And that actually, somebody should make that a slogan or something, because make the Awkward Tension podcast great again. That flows. It's great. Somebody should use that kind of slogan. So I'm here back at it. Have my headphones, but that's actually kind of throwing me off a bit, so I'm going to take them off. How have you guys been? It's been kind of a crazy journey, but we're back. We're going to crack down on the spring semester. And yeah, but I got to be honest though, I ate some cheese 3 weeks ago, and I have not been regular since. I mean, it's just been very difficult for me. How do I put this? Let me go turn off the heater really quick. So yeah, it's just been difficult for me because I have not been regular, and it's just, whenever I'm not regular, it really just throws my whole week off. And it's been 3 weeks. Basically, I don't know what cheese I ate, but it was not good. It was it was old. And unfortunately, it caused a lot of toiletry problems. I was home for the winter. This is terrible. I need to get back into it though. That's the thing, you guys. We have some new viewers, from the Instagram and stuff, and we're gonna try to keep pushing more with the Instagram and get more going. But it's hard for me to get back into this podcasting. It's a skill to be able to, especially being alone. It's a skill to be able to talk and just make it interesting. So I'm gonna try to make it interesting. But seriously though, because I had the cheese and then I was just completely, the plumbing in our house was a nightmare. It was a bloody nightmare. And some people might know that, when you're having a plumbing situation, there's this big long machine, no pun intended, that is that helps you get stuff out of the drain. It's like this, at least for us, it's blue, and you kind of twist it, and basically it's just like a big long piece of metal that's grooved, and so it'll groove up all the hair and all the gross stuff that's stuck in the drain. But I guess that's different from plumbing, because we didn't use that. It wasn't... Okay, I'll be honest. Here's a moment of honesty already on the podcast. I forgot my watch. It's only been 5 minutes, and I'm already getting caught for lying. I know we didn't have that much of a plumbing problem. It was just a bit, let's just say, scary, backed up, if you will. So a lot of people might be wondering, what did I do over winter break? And that's simple. I worked at AMC Southdale 16, American Multimedia Cineplex or something, at this mall called AMC Southdale 16. It's in Minneapolis. And what's funny about the mall is that they're on one side of the mall, it's Gucci, Prada, Coach. What are other fancy stores? Dick's Sporting Goods is also over there. And then you walk in the same mall, but 1 minute down this dark corridor, and then you get to AMC. And AMC is massive. All of AMC is probably half the size of... Nah, the mall's pretty big. But I'm just saying, AMC is a massive place. And so you go through this dark terribly lit hallway. Lights are flickering. There's like a mugger in like, you know, off to the side, like beating someone up. Every time I'm there. But so I enter, right? And it's like you freaking cross the train tracks. It's like what's that thing where they draw maps and they kind of decide where people live based on race? What's that called? Basically, it's like that. And then we enter AMC and it's just like dark and dirty and everything. But that's okay because I love AMC, South L16. Of course, if my employers see this, and also even if they didn't see it, you know, because I do love AMC. And so this is all going to tie back to cheese, by the way, because what happened was I worked at AMC, and basically what we do there as a supervisor is essentially you kind of sit in the office and you have a walkie-talkie. That's one of my favorite parts of the job. And you get calls. And when you get a call, you better be ready to brawl. Because, like, it is very boom, boom, boom. You're dealing with crazy people. People are sneaking in. Somebody pooped on the floor again. Somebody left their socks. Somebody cut their foot on the escalator. Somebody wants to speak to a manager. Somebody is confused about which 3D glasses they need to get for the freaking Avatar movie. Like, it's very interesting to see the depth of incompetence that people are living through. It's like, how did you freaking get out of bed this morning? How did you wake up without, like, you know, hurting yourself? Because it's so obvious. Like, the glasses are right there, but they're like, where are the glasses? And then I have to, like, hand them out to people. It's like, this is not my job, okay? We hire 12-year-olds to do that job for us. You know what I'm saying? So that was that, and how I'm going to relate it back to the cheese, because a lot of people told me that I need to make the podcast more relatable to, like, a wide, or basically they were saying that they don't like when I ramble, and I ramble a lot, to be quite honest. Can you read this? I don't know if it's in focus, but it says, last night, sitting on the couch with my husband, I said, I love you. He asked, is that you or the wine talking? I said, that's me talking to the wine. Hilarious. So I'm also British national, by the way. But yeah, so my friends said that they don't like when I ramble and, like, talk about random topics. So I'm trying to kind of stick to cheese and movie theaters today. But yeah, basically nobody take my idea, but I do really want to, I'm going to make, like, a TV show. In probably 10 years, people are going to look back at this video right here, and maybe 20, and be like, wow, like, he was being serious. Because I'm going to make a TV show about a movie theater, or a movie. But so nobody steal that idea. It's freezing cold in my house. I refuse to turn on the heat out of green, because I have a green thumb. And yeah, but so it's just crazy because cheese is actually addictive. But the cheese that we have at AMC is, good God, it's not even cheese really. It's like the sauce. And I'm like, because people will order food like pretzel bites and stuff where we give them cheese as well. And every time they order it, I'm like, you guys have no idea. First of all, you're spending like $11 for virtually nothing. And you're basically paying money to poison yourself. Like, what are we doing? Because it doesn't taste good either. The cheese is like, the cheese substance is just gross. It's like this consistency of, how would I describe it? Like pudding? Yeah, it's like that. And it's just really just not right. So yeah, so AMC is a great place and I love it. And yeah, but I would just say maybe let's boost the cheese options. Maybe let's just get a nice sharp cheddar in there. just we can have that cheese and then sharp cheddar as the options. You know, because people know what they're getting, and we want to make sure that our customers are satisfied with our service. But yeah, no, sometimes it's just crazy in there. I mean, it's like we'll get calls for like virtually anything. Like my friend, you know, he gets screamed at in the face almost every night. Like this is, I don't know what it is about that specific movie theater, or maybe it's a lot of different theaters, and you know, I don't know, but at least for AMC, maybe I should stop saying AMC because I'm definitely gonna get fired. At least for this movie theater that I'm talking about, people just are like off a perk constantly. Everyone's mad all the time. You know, we have to kick out kids like pretty much every week, I would say. I worked there for like 2 weeks. They hired me for 2 weeks. I mean, I'm coming back in the summer, but it's like, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. And that was a Eastern European accent. So... But yeah, see, this is the problem though. I do ramble, and then and now I'm trying to be conscious about not rambling. But maybe that's not entertaining. I don't know. What do you guys tell me in the comments below? Is it entertaining when I ramble, or would you want more of a concrete thing? Because I can plan what to talk about. Like the only thing I planned, I'll be honest, I'll be transparent with you. The only thing I planned, like before rolling this podcast, was that I was gonna say make the podcast great again or some stupid, I don't know. I can't even remember what I said. And yeah, because we need more engagement in the beginning, and I need to be funny in the beginning. But it's like, how do you be funny in the very beginning? So, do you guys remember that video of the guy? I wouldn't venture to assume, but I think that he was from Africa, and he was like trying to say beginning, but he was saying like bini giging, beginning, be, you know, and he couldn't say it, and it was like, oh, so funny. So it was, yeah. So AMC and cheese, but cheese is addictive, and that's the thing. Like, that's why I think that we should bring more cheese to AMC, because as people know, cheese has addictive qualities, much like any sort of drug or delicious ingredient. And if you're a fan of delicious flavor, then I would definitely suggest subscribing to the Awkward Tension podcast. And this is a great segue to our sponsor, Good Food, or what is that, like the delivery food system? Like Crate, Super Crate? What is it? Oh my god. HelloFresh. So yes, thank you so much for sponsoring, and yeah, if you subscribe to the Awkward Tension podcast, they will send you a bunch of free cheeses. I think I got to select some of them that you guys would receive. One of them is a dark cheddar. One of them is a Gruyere, which is not a type of tree, which I originally thought. It's actually a type of cheese derived from Spain, I believe. There's also a lovely Wolver. No. What's the one from? This is just dementia podcast. Like, I can't remember anything. Like, what the heck is going on? What's the one from Wallace and Gromit? Wensleydale. So there's a nice Wensleydale in there too. And then of course, just a nice sharp cheddar. So yeah, if you're a fan of delicious flavor, I would suggest following the Awkward Tension socials. But yeah, you know what was exciting about working at AMC, because I'm going to kind of bring it back to AMC, was that, like, I was posting some fire freaking social media content during that time, because it gives you have so much, like, possibility It's so fun. It's so fun. It's like you have this huge. I love AMC. I genuinely do. It's like you have this huge set that you can film anything you want after hours. You clock out and you're on. My friend and I would stay there until like 3, and I probably shouldn't say that, but for prosperity. No, but well, like we were clocked off and stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We shot some videos in there, and what's fun is you can kind of connect your own. You can play whatever you want on the. No, I shouldn't say any of this. Okay, I'm gonna reverse that. I might even cut it out, but no, like seriously though, AMC, thank you so much for being like just this massive set that you can basically do whatever you want. And get away with it. But it's not even like I'm doing anything that's bad. It's more just like, a workplace is usually a workplace, but AMC is like a workplace and a playground. Imagine you combine those both together. Imagine the magic that happens. So, yeah, and everything that's happening in America right now, I feel like I need to leave, which brings me to my next topic of conversation, England. I've heard that a lot of, like, full British people are, like, kind of pompous. They have pomposity, which is a new word that you guys should all, use, pomposity. So British people are a little like pompous. They have pomposity about half Brits like myself. And I don't know what's going on there. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. What makes you better? Like why are you better? But like the thing is when you live in another country, like I lived in Japan for a year. And it's like, okay, I guess Japan is different because it's a lot more extreme, like you speak a different language, but still I felt like a very outside, I never felt like I belonged type of thing, and I didn't really care, but I did also, like, it's hard to live being like a major minority, or a minority in general, to cover all my bases, but, like, no, and that's true too, but I'm just saying, like, damn, man, what was on my... I gotta get back into this. I'm just gonna be vulnerable with you guys today. I'm doing vulnerability training, exposure therapy, because, yeah, this is hard, but I did notice that, as I started to do this podcast more and more, that, like, I got better at talking. I got better at talking quickly and having, like, concise points. So, this is good. I don't care, actually. I just don't care. I don't care. And I appreciate you guys for watching and supporting me. How long have we been going here? Only 18 minutes? Jesus Christ. Oh, God. We're going to try to go for 30. But maybe I just cut it here and say, okay. Well, let me talk about England. So, yeah, like, living in Japan, I kind of got turned off from living in other countries because it's just very intense and, it can be very lonely. And I do like America. Listen, you guys, America is a very, very good place. Objectively, if you take a look at the entire world, America is great. That being said, there's a lot of problems, and it's also terrible. And sometimes I want to leave. Maybe I'll go to Canada, because Canada has Slushy Noobs, Montreal, and Drake. Oh my gosh! And then like my phone would just like it would automatically, because of AI, it would automatically say like booking you a ticket to England in first class. And then I could probably be like no. Or maybe I wouldn't care because of financial freedom. Yes, now I have a new phone, you guys. Maybe it's been long enough to kind of address, the situation. Basically, I was accused of stealing, and then I got accused of having a new phone. and then I didn't have a new phone, but now I do, and it is here. Let me just swipe away all these notifications because I'm very popular. Look at how beautiful that screen is. You got the 360 screen, and the best part is that you can pull up a camera by pressing an actual physical button, and it like goes so quickly. Watch that. Boom. For my audio listeners, which there are none, you know what? Let me check the Spotify auto, because the podcast is on Spotify. Nobody listens to it on Spotify, but Spotify for creators. Okay, so we're going to log in. Right now I'm logging into Spotify with creators. And we're going to try to log in as quickly as possible because I'm sure that this is not very entertaining for you guys. Sign in. Sign in. Sign in with that. Okay, we're signing in. I just got the code. It was 568596. Okay, let's see here. We have 2 streams. Okay, yeah, it's literally just me. So you guys, watch the freaking Awkward Tension podcast on Spotify because it makes sense, because if you want to just listen while life is happening, then that's what you should do. And I'm so addicted to my phone that I'm scrolling an undesignated app without even acknowledging the fact that I'm doing a freaking podcast. And now I'm texting my dad, James, since you're still an employee of AMC mentioned you could work at one of the theaters in Boulder. He spelled Boulder wrong. Also, not true. There's no AMCs in Boulder. So, yeah, but basically what I was saying about England is that I want to move to England, and I could literally move right now with nothing, just my passport, because I have freaking citizenship. Boom, boom. Firepower. No, that wasn't good. That was bad. So. And now I just started to think about all the people that watch the podcast and stuff, and thinking about them, seeing me do that, and so. But we can just try to move on from that, I guess. But my point, what I want to say is this. Living in another country is very hard, but I'm sure it's less bad when you speak the same language. So I'm sure that my experience would be different from like going to Japan, because Japan, obviously everyone speaks like whatever their native language is, and they don't speak English. And so in England, they probably speak English, and just a silly sounding one. But yeah, I don't know, because America is not the best, most well-run place. For me, it's the healthcare thing and police having guns. It's healthcare and guns for me. That's the most important thing for me. I don't really care about guns. I just think they should be like hella regulated. And you know what? If you want to unfollow me for that, you go ahead. Actually, no, don't. Please don't. I'm just kidding. I'm going to be like Theo Von and appeal to everyone. I just spat everywhere. I'm going to be like Theo Von and just really ride the middle. Just really ride that middle. So I don't have any liberals and I don't have any conservatives coming at me, and so he doesn't lose fans because he just rides that middle. He's great at riding the middle, let's just say. So... Okay, somebody's calling me now, and it's Eliza, and we're going to answer. So we're on the podcast right now, so I'm going to have to call you back. But wait, what happened? No, don't.
For public viewing.
Okay, then I'll call you later.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I'm dead as hell. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just start to wrap things up by saying... One, I'm proud of myself for... Oh, here, okay. Jesus. I'm going to talk about one more thing and then wrap this up. And you guys, this is usually not how the podcast goes. It's usually much more professional, natural, and stuff. But today is just kind of like me getting back into the zone because I haven't done this in like a month. And so, but basically what I want to end things out with saying is that I forgot what I was going to say. Are you serious right now? Oh, it was going to be good too. If I can't think of it in 5 seconds, we're going to end it. The podcast, not just ending the podcast. Okay. All right. Can't think of it. Well, welcome back to the Dementia. I should freaking change the name, but I'm afraid I'll forget in about a couple of minutes. What am I even talking about? Like that what I just said did not make any sense even. What I should have said is, or actually here, let me try to rephrase what I just said. I should rename this podcast the Dementia Podcast. But I can't because I would forget in a couple of minutes. That didn't work. It didn't work. But the bones are there. The bones are there. And the first form of writing was done on a bone. And it was to mark, like, you know, boom, boom, boom. You know, there was 3 markings, and that meant there was 3 sheeps that ran away. Okay, so now they're calling again, and this is ridiculous because, but that's not good because the only reason I knew that they called was because my computer is like connected, I guess, to the calling, but then that means that in class it's gonna ring because I'm in school, and with the noise, it's gonna ring. My computer's gonna ring. Man, all right, we're gonna end this out. I guess I just appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and the audio quality will be better next time because I'm gonna grab a microphone from my school. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for sticking around, and trust me when I say, you know, doubt me all you. Maybe I was gonna say something about the haters. There was like a lot. I got a lot of hate on the podcast recently. No, not recently. A long time ago. No, that wasn't it. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna end this. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to say one thing is that if you have a dream in this world, you do not give up. You don't listen to anyone that tells you literally anything. Obviously, take advice, take criticism, but especially if people are going like, no, seriously, you know, wait, this is a side note. Like, seriously, take criticism and learn from it and adapt, you know, and have the mindset that, you know, you're never done learning. But what I'm saying is, like, if somebody is basically just being negative and telling you no and all that shit, they're just a loser. They are just sad that, you know, like, if you're trying to network or something, or if you have an idea and they're like, not gonna work, I don't want to give you money, blah, 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 blah. That's okay, but you gotta understand that they made a big mistake, and you make them realize that they made a mistake by not trusting you, by not believing in you, by not letting you be creative, by not giving you money, etc., 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 you know? Because at the end of the day, the most successful people in the world are the ones that have, like, unearned, that are delusional. They're delusional. They have unearned confidence, and they do things even though it's embarrassing and cringe and, you know, whatever you have, what have you, and you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about you. Why would you listen to anyone else? Nobody else knows anything. And if they're, like, gonna pretend to know things and, like, try to give you advice and stuff, if it's, like, stupid advice, then, you know, just say frick you, move on. Don't let them discourage you and you know, take away your dreams. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, because that's what we say here on YouTube. And I'll see you in England. Cheerio.